The studio lights were dazzling, the audience buzzing with excitement. Kelly Clarkson's daytime show was known for its warm, engaging atmosphere, but today something felt different. Behind the scenes, Sabrina Carpenter was pacing nervously. She had arrived ready to promote her new single, expecting the usual friendly banter with Kelly. But the air felt heavy, almost electric, as if the room itself sensed that something unusual was about to unfold. Kelly, smiling broadly at the camera, introduced Sabrina with her usual enthusiasm. "Everyone, give it up for Sabrina Carpenter," she said. The applause echoed through the studio, but Sabrina's smile was tense, tight. As the interview began, the first few questions were light. Music, upcoming projects, and her recent tour. But Kelly's tone slowly shifted. Her questions became sharper, probing deeper than the usual scripted dialogue. "Sabrina, your new single has some lyrics that people are calling controversial. Do you think your fans will understand the message? Or are you worried it might spark backlash?" Sabrina's eyes flickered. She had anticipated promotional questions, but not this level of scrutiny. She responded carefully, explaining the inspiration behind her music. But Kelly wasn't letting go. She leaned forward, her voice steady but piercing. "Some people online have accused you of copying trends from other artists. How do you respond to that?" The audience murmured, sensing the tension rise. Sabrina shifted uncomfortably in her seat. I think every artist is inspired by the world around them. I never intended to copy anyone," she replied, her voice measured but strained. Kelly's smile faltered. "But inspiration and imitation are very close sometimes. How do you personally draw the line?" Sabrina felt her patience thinning. The questions were no longer about her music. They were about her choices, her image, even her personal life. She glanced at the stage manager, hoping for a cue to redirect, but none came. Every answer she gave seemed to fuel another pointed question from Kelly, each one sharper than the last. Finally, the moment came that no one anticipated. Kelly asked, "Some critics say your public persona doesn't match your private behavior. What would you say to them?" The audience gasped softly. Sabrina's jaw tightened. Something inside her snapped. She stood abruptly, the chair scraping against the floor. "I think that's enough," she said, her voice low but firm. Whispers ran through the studio. Kelly looked surprised, momentarily caught off guard by Sabrina's sudden defiance. Without another word, Sabrina walked toward the exit, her heels clicking loudly against the polished studio floor. The camera crew scrambled, and the audience erupted into shocked murmurs. Kelly Clarkson, usually unshakable, sat frozen, staring after her guest, unsure how to respond. Backstage, the tension was palpable. Sabrina paced the narrow corridor, phone in hand, replaying every word of the interview. She felt cornered, misrepresented, and frustrated. It wasn't just the questions, it was the tone. The way Kelly pressed her on personal matters under the guise of honest conversation. Producers tried to calm her. "Sabrina, maybe we can smooth things over. The audience loves you. Just a few edits and it'll be fine," one whispered. But Sabrina wasn't listening. Her heart raced and anger mixed with disappointment. She had come to promote her art, not to defend herself under an unrelenting spotlight. Meanwhile, in the control room, Kelly Clarkson was watching the monitors, her usual composure replaced with concern. "Did I push too far?" she muttered to herself. She prided herself on asking tough questions, but seeing Sabrina storm off made her doubt every word she had spoken. The crew debated the next move. Should they cut to a commercial break and try to bring Sabrina back? Or let the moment air as it happened, risking viral headlines and speculation? The tension in the studio was mirrored by the tension online. Clips of Sabrina walking off were already circulating on social media. Fans speculated wildly. Was it a staged act? Or a real clash between two strong personalities? Sabrina's publicist arrived, whispering urgently, "We need to control the narrative before it spirals." "You're talented, but this could be spun the wrong way." Sabrina shook her head. "I can't just sit there and let them twist my words." "I won't apologize for being honest about who I am." As the minutes dragged, the production team prepared to resume the show. Kelly took a deep breath, straightened her posture, and addressed the audience. "Sometimes interviews get intense. Sabrina needed a moment, and we respect that. Let's take a quick break." The cameras cut to a commercial, leaving the audience and viewers at home in suspense. Everyone was waiting for answers. Why did Sabrina walk off? Would she return? And what would Kelly say next? Backstage, Sabrina leaned against the wall, scrolling through social media. Some fans supported her, praising her bravery. Others criticized her reaction, calling it dramatic. Each post, each comment made her feel both vindicated and anxious. She knew that whatever happened next could define not just this appearance, but her public image for months to come. Minutes later, Sabrina returned. Not to apologize, but to take control of her narrative. She walked into the studio, her expression calm yet determined. The audience erupted into applause, a mix of relief and excitement. Kelly Clarkson smiled, though a hint of tension lingered. "Sabrina, I'm glad you're back," she said, her tone measured. Sabrina nodded. "Thank you. I came back because I want my fans to hear the truth. Interviews are tricky, and sometimes conversations can get misrepresented. But I'm here to clarify my side." Kelly leaned in, maintaining a professional demeanor. "Then let's start fresh. What do you want your fans to know?" Sabrina spoke clearly, addressing both the controversy over her lyrics and the criticisms about her persona. Her words were honest, thoughtful, and unapologetic, striking a balance between vulnerability and confidence. She reframed the narrative in real time, showing the audience that she wasn't avoiding difficult questions. She was asserting her voice. The tension in the studio shifted. What began as a heated clash turned into a compelling story of self-expression, resilience, and the power of perspective. By the end of the segment, both Sabrina and Kelly had regained composure, but the incident left a mark, a reminder of how quickly things can spiral on live television and how courage can redefine the narrative. As the cameras cut and the credits rolled, social media exploded. Hashtags trended, clips went viral, and viewers debated every word. Some sided with Kelly, some with Sabrina, but everyone agreed on one thing. The day's drama had created an unforgettable television moment, one that would be dissected and discussed for weeks to come. And in the quiet backstage, Sabrina finally exhaled. She had walked off in frustration, but she returned on her own terms, turning a tense clash into a story of empowerment that no headline could twist.